Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we will be reviewing the American battleship Iowa, or as I have the sister ship, I've renamed her Wisconsin. So, Iowa is actually very similar to Missouri. The only main difference is the actual physical look of the new bridge and the fact that Missouri can equip either a radar or an AA evasion consumable, which Iowa does not have. Besides that, they are almost pretty much exactly the same. So let's take a look at the stats we have. We have 87,600 damage, 24% torpedo damage resistance. So you do take quite a bit torpedo damage, and you're not very maneuverable since you are very long. So you do have to try and avoid destroyers and pretty much anything that carries torpedoes you want to stay away from. Armor, you have up to a maximum of about 21 inches of armor with a belt of 12 inches. The belt is actually relatively weak compared to a ship like North Carolina. It's very easy to citadel this ship, especially you have her broadside, and most notably right under the turrets here. If you shoot under there, 9 times out of 10 you'll most likely get a citadel if your shell is large enough caliber and is armor piercing. The guns themselves are pretty good. The shell velocity is meh. I mean, it'll take some time getting used to at least, but once you do, you should have no problem landing amazing damaging hits. Gun range is 23.3 kilometers, so about the same as North Carolina if I remember correctly. And then your secondaries actually go out to a range of 6.3 kilometers. Again, they're just the dual purpose 5-inch guns. Nothing gonna be very happen with them unless you're shooting destroyers. So just keep that in mind that this is definitely not a secondary brawler by any means. However, AA defense is really good. It's one of the best at this tier, if not the best. And you can just see why. I do have her fully equipped for AA defense, so that I shoot up to 7.2 kilometers. And you can just see every single damage is in the hundreds. Also, for speed, you gain 6 knots for a total of 33 knots when compared to North Carolina. And you also have a fighter. You have 3 fighters, I believe. Yep, there you go. But yeah, good guns, good AA, good speed. However, you lack maneuverability, secondaries, and effective armor. Those are the advantages and disadvantages of this ship. So without a further ado, let's toss her into a game and see how we can do. Alright, and here we have ourselves a game. 1 carrier, 1 battleship, 3 cruisers, and 2 destroyers. This ship is made to absolutely destroy cruisers, and she does so very easily. Destroyers, she's not very good at it actually. If you use high explosive along with your secondaries, you can definitely get some major damage, but most of the time you just want to stick with armor piercing for larger targets. Battleships, she can easily take good chunks of damage from them. However, she may struggle to one-shot enemy battleships, like some other ships can. And carriers, you're not invincible, but you do have enough AA to knock down quite a few aircraft if you are under concentrated attack. But like I said, that will not save you if you're being focused. You will still take enough hits and be overwhelmed and sunk. That is just how carriers work. But the carrier will not get off with it without losing a good portion of their aircraft. Alright, so I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied at this time as well, so keep that in mind. This is not the base ship. Compared to all the Iowa class battleships we have in the game, the others being Missouri and Illinois, this one is probably my least favorite. Not just because she's the tech tree version, but Missouri, I just seem to do so much better with her. And then Illinois, it's a different playstyle because you're a secondary brawler, but she's just so much fun as well. This one, I played her a lot when I was grinding her, but after I got Montana, I don't really play with her that much at all. And if I want an Iowa game, I just usually playing Missouri anyways. Alright, so let's see. There's the one battleship, Wisconsin. Not a good angle. It'll probably just ricochet. Though if she keeps turning, that might change. Meh, not if she turns in. Alright, so we have a Fargo on this side, Fargo on that side. I might be able to go through that nose armor. Well, not if she turns. And we still went through it. Alright, so almost 9,000 damage right off the bat. And that's a flat enough broadside that I might be able to get some good damage on her while she's turning in again. Maybe she'll turn back out. Yep, there we go. So good broadside shot and 45,000 damage. I don't think we'll be able to shoot her again. Nope, she'll be gone. So you can bow tank with Iowa if you really wanted to. However, speed is definitely key with this ship. If you just sit still and wait too long, you'll be overrun and you'll be flanked and have your citadel be completely destroyed. And you will sink. However, you also have to be careful not to overextend yourself and get too far, where you can no longer retreat to a safe area to recuperate. So it's you have to learn how to play the ship correctly. But once you do, she'll be one of the best ships in the game. Or at least at this tier. Let's see if we can take out this Takao before we let her get behind the island. That looks pretty good. There we go. One shot. Be careful not to take torpedoes. I actually already tried recording a video of this ship earlier, and I just ate a whole bunch of torpedoes. So hopefully we will not repeat that. At angles, the ship is actually pretty good with her armor. Flat broadside, she cannot go toe-to-toe with anything. But if you angle her, she's just about as good as any French battleship you might come across as well, which is also pretty renowned for its ricocheting capabilities. Alright, so enough playing with those. We have to focus on the carrier now, because we are now officially the focus of this ship. Oh, we actually got a citadel on the Fargo too, so that's cool. As you can see, the aircraft are just falling down one after another. So the Fargo went down, so now we just have that destroyer and the carrier here. 9 overguns, really? Oh my. There goes the destroyer. So now we just have the carrier. We cap the base. And I should be able to get a citadel through the stern. Or just a good amount of damage with pens. I'll take it. Sometimes you can citadel Essex through the stern, but I think you have to have more plunging fire than anything. I don't have that angle or the distance to get that. But that's alright, because we'll finish her off here in a moment. There we go. Alright, so let's see how we did. $200,000 damage, 2 ships sunk, 59 shell hits, 14 aircraft shot down, 6 citadels, 1 module destroyed, 1 capped base, 1 defended cap, 16 secondary hits for 4,200 base XP. 195,000 damage was an armor piercing, and secondary battery did about 5,500 damage. So, or 5,500. Not too bad. Like I said, your main weapons are going to be obviously your 16-inch guns, and that will be your main line of offense and defense. Uh, the ship is pretty good. She matches well in the running of the battleship. So you go from Washington, and if you have her, Massachusetts, but she's not a tech tree ship. And then you go to Iowa, and you get better speed. You keep the amazing guns. You get better AA. Your armor goes down a little bit, but it you kind of get back that armor quality once you get up to Montana, which is tomorrow's video. So if you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And like I said, join me tomorrow while we go over Montana. And take care.